Hello friends, this is Ganesh and video number 12 on enhancement. In this session, I'm going to explain the concept called implicit enhancement options. So far, we have seen user exit, customer exit, and baddie. So this is the another area where SAP provided an option to enhance the standard object, and we can add our own custom related. It would be a code, whatever it is. So we have to add it. Okay, so that is the idea of implicit enhancement. So obviously, if it is, it's actually a better than the previous version. Normally, baddie is better than customer is better than user exit. So the same way, enhancement means implicit enhancement also little better. It has its own advantages and easy way to implement. So everything is available in implicit enhancement. So let's get into the slide. Excuse me. So get into the detailed about implicit enhancement. I have few slides to understand about how we just move forward from user exit to till this place, and just a reference. Okay, like user exit, the green box is from SAP, so they decided to provide an option for an user or for a customer where they want to implement their own code because it's a product, right? So they have to give some flexibility on their product. So they designed a user exit. So for a developer, it's finding and time implementation process little big because we need access key especially, and user exit is not it's available in all other modules, mostly with sales. Okay, and then they introduced customer exit. So they just did some more additional things like screen exit, menu exit, field exit, and everything. And for a developer, it's the time consuming to find the exact thing is little less as well as the implementation process. Once you know the project and the enhancement project and the components, then it's very simple to activate, means to implement it from our development perspective. And then they introduce a baddie, so it has more because it's object oriented programming concepts. It's from SAP side, they develop a bigger one. Again, it has its own properties like multiple use, filters, and then screen enhancement, menu enhancement, and so many other options like limited filter use and fallback class, implementation examples. Lot other things are from SAP side. And from a developer perspective, our time is also a little less comparatively with the customer exit. So baddies are little easier and we have more options. So especially the multiple use and the filter baddies, so those are an added advantage in the baddie side. So that's what it's came. And then again they introduced the enhancements. Again, it gives very flexible from the user perspective. A simple example is implicit enhancement doesn't require any enhancement spot. So it directly go to any program wherever it's available. You can able to create it. You don't want to wait for the exact place where it needs to be triggered and everything. So that way, it's actually a little bigger one. And again, the developer timing and the implementation timing is also very less comparatively with baddie or customer exit. Excuse me. Okay. So technically, we are going to call this place. So this two places enhancement framework. So like this. Yep. So enhancement framework, and the enhancement framework has two options. It's a high level design. So enhancement framework has, you have enhancement spot and you have enhancement options. And enhancement spot has its own types, we can say, or properties or classification. Like they have a baddie, and the baddie has its own types, classical, kernel baddies. Okay, and probably we just move on with kernel baddies compared to the classical is the older version. And one more high level of type I can say is enhancement options. An enhancement option has its own classification: implicit enhancement options, explicit enhancement option. I'll have a detailed slide as well, so let's get into that. So this is just for the high level only. Okay. So if you take the further options like enhancement spot and enhancement options, enhancement spot we worked already and it has a baddie. Even on the enhancement point, if you go, that where also you are able to identify enhancement spot. Only place the enhancement spot is not available is in classic body, and the implicit enhancement options is not coming under enhancement spot. Okay. Then enhancement options, you have implicit enhancement options on explicit enhancement option. And an explicit enhancement option has a classification of two. One is enhancement point, other one is enhancement section. And if you see, implicit enhancement doesn't have any classification, it's just simple one. Okay. And today we are going to see about implicit enhancement options, so how to find the implicit enhancement and how to implement it. Okay. So let's get into the implicit one. So implicit, very simple one, and it doesn't require any enhancement spot. And how to find the implicit enhancement option is, normally it will available in mostly beginning and ending of any selected objects from SAP. Again, this is decided by SAP. It's not like every object has implicit enhancement option. Actually, no. Like any program or the function module, subroutines, classes and methods, and some other places also, you are able to find the implicit enhancement. And even in the program, if you take a program, it's not like all program has implicit enhancement. No. And I will show you an example. One of the class, very familiar class exit handler doesn't have enhancement option. You're not able to find, even you're not able to change, means you're not able to do enhancement for that. So there is no implicit enhancement available in that particular class. Okay, so this is one of an example. So the idea is, it's not like every object has implicit enhancement. So again, it's from the SAP side, from the product company, they have to decide which object need implicit enhancement and not. Okay. And one more is, normally you might aware of it. Once you start doing an implementation, you will get a pop-up window whether are you going to create a declaration part of code or executable statements of the code. So there are two options. It will come declaration and code. But there is a question about, even if you create a declaration part and write a executable line, it works. There is no syntax error. Then what is the difference? Actually, there is a question about this. What is the difference between declaration and code? That need another video. So at the time being, you just remember terminology, technical terminology of this. So declaration is nothing but static enhancement, and the code is nothing but dynamic enhancement. So switch concept, we are going to use it. So in the implementation level, you are not able to figure out any difference between these two. Maybe I will tell you in a different video about the static and dynamic enhancement. But the time being, you should aware of it. Declaration means it's static, code means it's dynamic enhancement. Okay, but you are able to see in the enhancement implementation one of the property where it shows clearly this is static enhancement, this is dynamic enhancement. That I will show you. Okay, so probably this is about implicit enhancement. Anything else? No. So I will explain about implicit enhancement, how to find out and how to do implementation, and how to do the code and declaration, and how to see the difference about the type static and dynamic in the SE19 transactions. Okay. So this is my system, and I don't want to go to any transactions to identify there is any definition or there is any standard components for implicit enhancement. So as I mentioned, implicit is whenever you feel this particular place I need an enhancement, just go and try with any of the program, because every transaction is developed by a program. It may be a what is that, subroutines, it may be have a class, function models. So different development objects are actually available. So go to the exact place where the cursor is coming from, the transaction exact place, try to find any implicit enhancement. If yes, do it. Okay. Let's get into any of the transactions. So probably I figured out like IW32. Okay, like orders. Just enter. Excuse me. So before come to the next screen, while entering, I need some enhancement to be implemented for my requirement. So I just go with /h and press enter. I'm able to figure out some details, technical details. So this is a program and this is a screen now. I'm good. Like I don't want to implement anything in the screen level. So let's go into the module level. Okay, there is some module. Okay, just come out of it and I have set UI type. And let's see whether this module has any implicit enhancement is available or not. Okay, so what I can do, go to the program, open the program simultaneously in another session. 7. Okay, and what is the include? And this is the include. Copy this and find out in the program. It's over here and double click. So you can see some enhancement here, enhancement implementations. Okay, once here it is. So this is the way they use to do implementation, but this is belongs to an enhancement point. So enhancement point is coming under explicit enhancement. Okay, but we are in implicit enhancement options. So let it be, and here it is. Go to the include, and here I'm trying to find out is there any implicit enhancement is available or is provided by SAP. So how to do that? Normally in the previous versions, now the versions got changed like 7.4 or 7.5 onwards, the icon got changed whenever you're getting this UI relevant screen. Otherwise, previously you were able to see the spiral icon where you can just click the option to enhance. You begin the enhance for any particular object, but here it's just a pencil. So this is not one. This is actually a change in display. This is not actually a change. This is just an enhance the particular object. Just click and it will open like partially. Just wait because it will take some time. It's not open fully. Yeah, it's open like this. And then go to option, edit, enhancement operation, show implicit enhancement option. So the same step you can do any of your development object, maybe a standard program, standard function module, standard class and methods, whatever it is. Okay, the options are same. So just click show implicit enhancement, and mostly expecting the beginning and end of any of the blocks like subroutines or methods, modules, function module, those things. But here I'm not able to see anything very immediately the first line. After the first line you're able to see the double quotes as a full line. Here it is not available. Let me just check. Okay, here it is. At the end of the module you have it. So this indicates, and an arrow, this indicates you have an option to do a custom implementation with the help of implicit enhancement option. Okay, so this is the indication. It doesn't have any name for it. So far we use everything has a name, but here implicit doesn't have any name. It's just simply open and just right click and create implementation part. But I'm not preferable this one because this is after the module. I want to do it inside the module. So let me figure it out some other place. I can say like set UI type. This is a it's a subroutine, right? Let me get into the subroutine and try to find out whether any implicit enhancement is available within the subroutine. I'm looking for within the module, within the subroutine, okay, for my requirement. So again, do the same enhancement option and go here, edit. Okay, edit. Enhancement operations, show implicit enhancement options. Yes, so beginning of the subroutine, I want this part. Okay, so this is a way to identify the implicit enhancement. Okay, and let me figure it out. Let me show you inside a function module. So how we can do that. Okay, is there, okay, there is a function module here. There is a function module. Let me get into this. Here I'm just showing the options, implicit enhancement options, whether it's available or not. Edit implicit enhancement operations, show implicit enhancement options. So the beginning of the function module you have, and double click, and before end of the function module you have. Sometimes, very rarely in the middle also, but it should be in the block. It should be the beginning of end of the block, not like simply any line you have implicit. Definitely not begin and end of any block. Okay, so you have it. Okay, And if you see any of the class, I see 24. Okay, I'll show you the exit handler first. And I'm going to say exit handler and display and get into the method. I'm trying to do some enhancements over here. So just click enhancement button. You're able to see object class name cannot be enhanced. So that's what I'm saying. SAP has not provided the implicit enhancement for all the objects. Okay, again, that has to be decided from the product company. And if you take some other class, already I have selected that, this one, validate cust sales, and go to display and any of the method execute. So here if you just try enhance, okay, it's currently is empty, but this allows, and inside the method, yes. So beginning and end of the method, the implicit enhancement option has been provided. So I have showed you in the program and showed you in the subroutine, function module, and class and methods. Okay. So this is a way to identify any of your object has an place to do a implementation of your implicit enhancement. Okay. So let me back to my program. So this is my program. Just go back because I just entered into a function module to just show the implicit enhancement options. But I'm good enough with this perform. So let me have a very simple code. Okay. So first step is done. We figured it out where needs to be done, and just go to the options, like right click here. That is very important. Right click in this line. Okay. So right click in this line, you can say enhancement operation, create implementation. This is one way. Another way, keep the cursor here and click this option. Once you click the enhancement button, this buttons will be enabled. Okay. So just click create. Then just it's same like how you do the baddies one. Okay, before that, this is the type which I explained in the slides, declaration or code. But here you're not able to identify the what is the difference. You can go with the declaration, write the executable code. You can say code, you can do the declaration, whatever it is. Okay. So but now I'm going with the code option here. And this is like the same like baddie. Like before baddie you have to create an enhancement implementation, but here it's only one. It's nothing but enhancement implementation. You have to create any enhancement implementation. Just click create. You can make use of it if you want to use anything existing one. These are standard implementations, not the custom one. And I want to create one new, so just click new button, create button, and then give the name of your enhancement implementation, which starts with Z or Y, and give a description. Then it automatically added in the list. Then select and click continue. Then it will be implemented in your particular code, like like in the 17th line kind of. So I can say ZJ implicit enhancement, implicit enhancement, implicit enhancement. That's it. Continue. Save. That's it. It's added over here, and select it and click continue. Then only it will add it in your in the backend. Okay, in the particular program, the place where you have started it. So here it is. Okay, and it started with star. Just remove it because it's going to comment. You can write whatever you want, like if condition, if one equal to one, or one equal to two, kind of. Okay, and end if, and this place is yours. Just write whatever you want, write statement and everything. Okay. Okay, implicit. Actually, write is not preferable because it's a dialog programming. So I can say some message, implicit enhancement test type error. Okay, something like this. And now you have to save this, and you have an option called enhancements. Okay, activate enhancements. Just activate it. You are not activating the entire standard program because we don't have a access key for it. So here we are activating only our enhancement. So the syntax check is happening only for your enhancement implementation only. It's done. So it shows is active. So let me go to my transaction IW32. Yeah, here it is. Let me start it again. Restart. IW32 and press enter. So it shows implementation enhanced test. So it's triggered. Okay, your implementation got triggered. You can have a breakpoint, static breakpoint, breakpoint with user, or what do you call external breakpoint. Then do it same way. This is the way where we can test whether this particular place is good enough to execute to write the custom code. As well as whenever you have enhancement, you have to consider the import and export parameters. That is very important. And that way, and here one more advantage in implicit enhancement is you're able to access all the global variables. So that is one advantage of the implicit enhancement, because the enhancement implementation is going to happen in the standard program. So the program, whatever global variable is available, you make use of the global variable. Okay, so this is a way you have to do the implicit enhancement. And if you want to see the enhancement implementation, if you double click, it will take you to, sorry, got a call. So yeah, if you double click, it will take you to SE19 screen, or you can do like, okay, you can do like this, display mode. Okay, yeah, and just copy this, go to SE19, excuse me, click display, and it will take you to the enhancement implementation. Here you're not able to find enhancement spot. It doesn't require enhancement spot. And here there's a place where you can see this shows very clearly dynamic enhancement, because I chosen code option. If you select declarative, then you're able to see static, but I selected code. That's why it shows very clearly dynamic enhancement option. And if you double click, it will take you to the particular place where your implementation has happened. And if you feel if that particular thing is not required, and you can just like, if 1 equal to 2, then it won't execute. That is the way I'm saying inactive mode kind of. Or if you want to just move out of this, so what you can do is go to the enhancement option, keep the cursor here, right click, and you have an option called enhancement operations, and undo if you want to delete it. Okay, so you can say undo if you want change or replace, whatever options if you want, you can do it. And if you do undo over here, or here also you have an option, just click undo, that implementation will be deleted from this program. Okay, and again it's a revised one, so you have to just activate your enhancement. Okay, so this is the way you are able to do it, the implicit enhancement. So just play around with the implicit enhancement options, and if you have any doubt, please let me know. I will have one more video on, especially for the dynamic and static enhancement, what is the difference and how, what are the transactions involved, how to do that one. Okay, and yeah, that's it, and thank you so much for your time. See you in the next video. Bye.